Just obviously your initial reaction, it was a sweeping victory for the public protector and your parties that came opposing the application.
Look, when we laid the complaint at the start and I wrote to the public protector, we'd hoped that an investigation was taking place. We were satisfied with the first step, which is what the public protector did, because you must oppose corruption. What was most disappointing is the fact that despite all of these pronouncements which were made in the judgment by the president to say he wants to institute a commission of inquiry, he's used every legal process to try and obfuscate the matter. So it's good that a cost order was given against him. But I thought what was also profound today is the assertion we've always held, is that the ANC has protected the president and the president has failed to lead. I will say that publicly because it's clear Jacob Zuma has never been interested in investigating state of capture allegations, regardless of how they were laid, who it came from. It should not be a remedial action that a head of government must investigate impropriety that is said against him. He should, if he's a decent leader, a person committed to the values of the Constitution, be the first to take action. Jacob Zuma failed on that account, and clearly his party acted to protect him in this regard. And therefore, ultimately, now the judgment lays out a timeline which is appropriate to say within 30 days such actions must take place. And we hope to get to the bottom of this so that wherever the Gupta family, the presidency, Duduzane has been involved, that the entire investigation takes place. It would be important for South Africa and the resources of the people of this country that we get to the bottom of this issue so we can free up those resources to provide services to our people who desperately need them.
There's a very real possibility that he appeals. Will you seek an enforcement order if that happens?
Absolutely, because what is absolutely crucial now is that if he does appeal, I would doubt that another court would not be consistent in keeping to the cost order. So it ought to be to his personal cost in this instance. And so him and the Guptas, if they want to continue this racketeering business, they must then fund that legal case. But more seriously, we would oppose that application because we believe that we've delayed this matter for long enough. It's been ongoing for months on end. And now the people of South Africa need to know the truth. We can't be spending weekends reading in newspapers about this allegation, these Gupta emails. And it goes further. The ANC collectively can't sit by and allow this matter to simply drag on. It is now time that we set Jacob Zuma aside, we rid South Africa of corruption, and move on to ensuring that we get a clean government that will ensure it delivers services to people.
The implications of a court within a very short space of time twice saying that the president is unfit to meet constitutional obligations. What are the implications of that for the ANC?
Well, they're crucial because when we moved a motion of no confidence in Parliament, it was then that the ANC should have known that in fact Jacob Zuma is unfit to lead, and that's why the Constitution gives that provision. And they failed to exercise their duty there. What is beginning to show is the fact that the courts are speaking the rationality that as opposition parties we've certainly been speaking, to say this president is unfit to lead, that the ANC is protecting this president, and that it's time now as South Africans we take that power into our hands. So I want to congratulate the judiciary and applaud the very principle that says the judiciary will remain independent in South Africa, that as I maintained before, that principle, that the judiciary should be able to give laws that guide and give clarity in the Constitution so that institutions of government, the public protector, the judiciary, are upheld so that we can continue to fight against the thuggery that is supported by Jacob Zuma and protected by the ANC.
Thank you so much. Godrich Godley from the EFF. What's your view on this judgment?
I think we should start with the Guptas. They must get out of this press conference. After all, this matter in the court was about the Guptas. Anyway, all said and done, we welcome the judgment by the court, and it vindicates the demand that the EFF has made in Parliament that Mr. Zuma should never address the Parliament. He is not honorable. Come 2018 State of the Nation address, hopefully the Nazareth conference of the ruling party will take a resolution that he should actually not come closer to the Parliament and address Parliament.
And if he attempts an appeal, I mean, what's the action then?
Well, we look forward to a situation whereby he does not do so, because he will be actually making his case far more worse, because there is an impeachment case that should be actually an order be made by the Constitutional Court very soon, and it will add to the legal woes of the president. The earlier he steps aside, the better for the country.
He's been found to be conflicted on 2 occasions in less than a week in the NPA matter, and now even here the judge says he's conflicted and has direct interest in the outcome of the inquiry into state capture. What do you make of that?
Well, we have always said as the economic freedom fighters that Mr. Zuma is a constitutional delinquent, and this time it has proven that he's not only a constitutional delinquent, but a gross constitutional delinquent of objectionable conduct and character, and accordingly, hence the court awarded a personal cost against him.
Mr. Badi, we're talking amounts of millions here that you will have to repay. Where do you think you will find the money?
Definitely, the vendor building society will not be able to afford him that money. We will have to attach the Nkandla homestead and see how far it goes to the auction.
All right, let's get
Thank you. Thank you. Monsieur Lakota,